Jamie Watson, first of all, it's a pleasure. I know we are both running around like chickens with our heads cut off right now. It's a little crazy, but it's a pleasure to sit down with you. You know, you're calling the game tonight on ESPN, and you've been doing things all over. You're a legend in the space, but how you doing, man?
Wow, what an introduction to that. I've been called a lot of things in my day, but a legend. I'm not sure that one gets thrown out often. So I will gladly take that high praise from you. And yeah, it's game day. So I am running around getting all the preparations done, as is yourself, because we got a big one. We got a big matchup tonight. Chelsea, Club America, two of the biggest teams in their respective countries, being right here in one of the best stadiums in the entirety of North America. Man, it is going to be a special occasion tonight, and I feel completely honored to be on the call on the ESPN family networks with Callum Williams and Katie Witham. It's going to be a special night, man. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be electric. I was there last summer for the Premier League Summer Series when they did that, and it was definitely a blue stadium. It was the most blue I'd ever seen Mercedes-Benz Stadium by far. So, but Club America is, Atlanta United's played them, and they travel very well. Club America is very they have fans all over, so I'm excited. It'll be a good atmosphere.
It'll be electric. So Chelsea got a chance to see them take on Celtic at Notre Dame Stadium on Saturday. That was incredible to see. I was blown away by the support from all of the Chelsea fans that had made the journey from near and far to be there. And I anticipate more of the same tonight. But as you mentioned, Club America, man, they have one of the biggest fan bases domestically and internationally. So when they take the show on the road, if you're within a driving distance, a reasonable, for some people, unreasonable, but they still make the effort to be a distance, they go to see their team and they show up and they show out and they support. Um, I know from personal experience, having played against Club America back when I was with FC Dallas, we played in our home stadium and it felt like a road game. And I remember looking around thinking, what in the world? I had never seen anything like it. And I played in youth World Cups. I had been a professional for 4 years at that point, but man, it was electric. So I fully anticipate a lot more of the same tonight, watching Club America fans show up, pack Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it'll be a battle, blue and yellow in the stands. It'll be a battle, blue and yellow on the field. Two teams that have a lot to play for, and there's a lot of really interesting things that I'm looking forward as we'll talk about and kind of unpack in just a few moments about tonight's matchup.
Yeah, well, and that's actually the perfect segue. So I guess, from somebody looking from the 30,000 feet kind of standpoint of both of these teams, what is it that you're kind of looking for in both of these teams in this match?
Well, it's a unique period in time for Chelsea because they have 180 minutes under their belt with their new manager, Enzo Maresca. And so right now, if I was to tell you it was the same routine, the same manager, the same players, you probably know what you were going to expect. But right now, Chelsea is evolving. Chelsea is starting to do this unique aspect where they're signing a lot of really young players to longer term deals. But those players are getting an opportunity right now in these pressure filled moments against very good opposition to make their case about being a part of this team, not only this year, but long term as well. So, whilst there will be some names that you recognize, Christopher Nkunku, Mikhailo Mudrik, Reece James, Levi Colwell, Raheem Sterling, all of those players are now playing for a different manager with a different idea, and they have to cement themselves in the plans of the new boss. So it's a renewed sense of enthusiasm from that group. And for Club America, what I'm looking for them is they have their entrance into Leagues Cup, which is the competition where Liga MX and Major League Soccer combined for 1 month. Both leagues pause their domestic play. They come together. And because Club America won the Apertura and the Clausura last year, they get immediate advancement into the round of 32, along with the Columbus Crew, who won MLS Cup last year. So for them, as we sit right sort of at the beginning of August and their entrance into that tournament with the berth to the CONCACAF Champions Cup online, a really big trophy that Lionel Messi got to lift, and they're going to try to defend. Club America want to be the club that they lift the trophy this year. They get that spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So I expect them to put a very strong lineup out tonight, led by Javier DeRosen, and Martin, Jonathan Dos Santos, the likes of those players, because I anticipate this group expecting to put a good performance on in front of the fans that come and support them, because the Americanistas, they hold their players to a very high standard. And if the players on the field aren't meeting it, the fans will let them know. If you hear whistling when Club America have the ball and the score line is 3 or 4-0 Chelsea, in some wild circumstance that happens, that's because the fans are displeased. Now, if it's 3-4 Club America and they're passing the ball around, you'll hear the Olays
Yeah,
going and they will get progressively louder. So the fans are great. They make it, but man, do they hold their players to a high standard. And so do the players and coaching staff. They have an expectation when the way they wear that Club America crest.
yeah, absolutely. I always look at, because we go to every Atlanta United game, right? We're up in the press box covering the team, and we always talk about that atmosphere inside the bins. But it's such a pleasure to kind of see the Liga MX teams, or the rare occasion that we see a Premier League team or somebody else come in, and to kind of have those two clash is just, it's going to be a treat, I think, especially if you're a neutral. If you just want to watch good soccer, we mentioned kind of before we went live, like, we're sickos, right? So it's going to be fun to just
Yeah.
see how the stadium and how the two fan bases kind of play off each other a little bit.
If you're listening to this, you're watching this, you're hearing this, you're seeing this, whatever it is, and you have time and you're on the fence and you're trying to make that decision, do I go? Do I not go? I encourage you, Ticketmaster.com, get your tickets, get in the building. You are going to want to be there to absorb and soak in this atmosphere. It's incredible. It's electric. You don't even have to necessarily be a fan of either. To your point, you just have to make sure that you don't miss out on two larger than life teams right here. And what more do you need an excuse to go to Mercedes-Benz Stadium? You have two world-class opponents playing against each other. Go down, see a world-class venue, two world-class teams. It'll be an exciting matchup, and I'm so honored to be on the call with Callum Williams and Katie Witham, and we will try to do the game justice, because it is a star-studded affair, and I am so excited to be there. I cannot wait. 7 o'clock kickoff, man. I'm pumped for it. And ESPN Network of Families, if you can't be there in person, you'll be able to watch it, and should be a good one, man. I'm hoping for a high-scoring matchup.
Me too. Me too. I want tons of goals. I know you're short on time. I know you've got to get over there. I just got to ask you really quick. The I think in some circles, some folks might wrongfully look at this as a friendly. It is a match, obviously, part of the tournament that's going on now. But you have like you said before, you have a team in Chelsea that is in transition, right? They have a lot of things going on, a lot of moving pieces. Our good friend here from Atlanta United recently moved to Chelsea to probably be loaned out, Caleb Wiley. But then you said Club America getting ready for Leagues Cup. So, I guess, in what way do you expect them to kind of use this as an opportunity to consolidate their teams as they get ready for their leagues or tournaments that are coming up?
Yeah, you make a great point, right? With the FC series, these teams understand we are getting some of the best teams from the world together to play, and so there's a sense of pride. There's the friendly is such an outdated word. I feel like it
Yeah.
doesn't quite encapsulate what this means, right? It's almost like is it a non-trophy match? Okay, yeah, no one's gonna lift a trophy at the end of this, but you better believe Chelsea understand exactly how good Club America are. Club America understand exactly how good and how big Chelsea is. So this is international bragging rights for you and your fan base. This doesn't happen very often. It would take something like a Club World Cup for this match to happen. So yeah, this is the equivalent of a matchup that you would see if both teams advance and won through their own Champions League or Champions Cup here in CONCACAF. That's how you'd see this matchup. Yet we get to see it tonight. So I'm looking for Chelsea. The big thing tactically, there's a little bit of a shift. And I'm going to be keying in on Reece James, the right back, the captain for Chelsea. Defensively, when Chelsea have the ball, he's going to start off in a right back position in a back four. But when Chelsea have the ball, and this is a key to look for in the match, if Chelsea are maintaining possession, you'll see Reece James join into the midfield to create a numbers overload. That's a good sign for Chelsea. That means that they're possessing the ball, they're winning second balls, their ball retention is really good. And you'll actually see the goalkeeper, Sanchez, he'll join up almost in like this old school sweeper way, but he can also step up into like a right center back role. The right center back, if that's Tosin, he started last game against Celtic, he'll kind of shift out to like that makeshift right back. Reece James will go in there, and now you're using your goalkeeper as like an extra part of your back four. That's a good sign for Chelsea. That's a lot of what Maresca wants to do with this group. Now they're learning and they're adapting to it. But man, you do that, you get a numbers overload, you get it wide in the wide areas. Madueke and Raheem Sterling were particularly good against Celtic. So in those wide areas, they look to attack there. Then you got Nkunku trying to play off, and Guiu was really good, the 18-year-old Spaniard. So, but if they're not retaining the ball and they're not doing well, Reece James is pinned back at the right back. That's how you'll know if Chelsea is succeeding in what they want to do tactically or not.
Awesome. I love the kind of the tactical look, the overall look. Again, sicko. So I'm totally
We
right
got
there
into
with
the
you.
weeds there. Thanks for letting me
Yeah,
get deep dive into tactics. I love that
yeah,
talk.
I love it. Um,
If we had a telestrator, that'd be the next best thing. We'd be
hey,
drawing, circling, we'd be doing all the good stuff.
it's funny. I've got my trusty board here for my U12
There it is.
coaches.
All right,
um,
don't confuse the 11 and 12-year-olds with the right back moving. We'll get them there, baby steps. This is
yeah,
this is
yeah,
next level, top tier, the 1% of the 1% tactics. So the 12-year-old might be going. So wait, I'm a right back, but also a center mid, but also then maybe a right center back. If there's wait, what, coach?
yep. I'm playing in the midfield at times. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. No,
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Jamie Watson, I really appreciate you just taking a few minutes to sit here and chat with me. And just to kind of talk to the Atlanta fans about a big game that's going on in their backyard. So I truly appreciate
And
it.
the Five Stripes, they are one of the best fan base. 17s are incredible. I can't wait to hear the train horn going, looking up the big halo screen inside of Mercedes-Benz. Every time I've been in that building, I've been in awe. And if you can be there, Ticketmaster.com, 7 o'clock, Chelsea, Club America. If not, tune into ESPN. It should be a great one. I cannot wait to see you there later on, my friend. And it will be an awesome night. Some memories will be made, and I'm looking forward to seeing it firsthand.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.